Welcome back everyone, and if you're new, welcome. Today we're going to be using the Tombow Mono Zero Eraser and just a regular old number 2 pencil, and we're going to be making raindrops on a window. So it's like if you're looking outside from inside your kitchen or something like that. And I have shaded the background a little bit by just coloring a little bit with pencil and then using a paper towel to kind of smudge the background so it looks like shadows on the outside in a gray rainy type environment. So what I'm doing now is I have put a lot of the drops on the window already because it was going to take quite a long time. So I decided to save you guys all that pain and and go ahead and put most of the raindrops on already. So I'm working in this bottom fourth of the corner, and what I'm doing right now is just shading in the shadows that are on the raindrops on the window. And what you want to do is make the raindrops different shapes and sizes because no raindrop is the same shape or size as another. And then you have all the little tiny groups of dots or raindrops that you also want to add. So don't forget the little ones, they make it more believable. And let's see. So you also want to have some of the drips. You can see some of the longer drips that I have. And don't worry about any of the highlights or anything right now. We're just doing the shading on the shaded background, and you're going to see once I start using the Mono Zero Eraser that the highlights are going to pop on your drawing. So I'm just going to take my time and go through here and put the shading in from where the light source is coming through. And I've shaded the background so much that you can't tell that it's actually a shaded tree outside the window, but I guess that's the point of it, is that everything looks gray and gloomy. So you can really put your own shape. You can put mountains, that are shaded in outside your window, or whatever it is that you want to put, a car out there or whatever. Just put some shading throughout the background of the raindrops, of course, before you put all the raindrops down. So I'm just continuing adding different little dots and shading some of the smaller dots and the larger ones. So now this is the Mono Zero Eraser by Tombow. And it's a really neat little thing because it is retractable. So you can see how small the tip is. And so when you use it, if you push it out too much, all you have to do is hold the tip down, or the push buttony thing at the top of it down, and then just like you would do a pencil, you just push it out, click it as many times as you need to get the amount of eraser that you need. So now I'm beginning the highlights. I'm just erasing the part where I want the sunlight to come through the window or to shine on the raindrop. Wherever I want that, I'm going to use my Tombow eraser, and I'm going to go ahead and take away that shade. Now what's going to happen is, because you've shaded it initially, then once you erase it, the white background, the original color of the paper, is going to shine through. So you just go through and you just highlight, and you'll see here I erased a little bit too much, so I'm just going to take my pencil and I'm going to shade in that a little bit because I didn't want that raindrop that much highlighted, and then smudge it, and then I'm going to go back over it with my Tombow eraser. So we keep going through, and you can do as little or as much shading as you want. You can add more raindrops You can do anything you want because this is truly your vision for your rainy windows. So you don't have to follow exactly as I'm doing. So I'm going to speed this video up in just a minute. So I'm just giving you a good idea of how I do this. It's going to look really, really neat when you get done. All right, so I'm in a different pane here. And I'm just going through each of the panes and doing exactly the same thing as I did in the first one. Just shading, highlighting. And I really like this process. And I really enjoy using just regular old number 2 pencils. If you don't really have a lot of money to experiment with different types of pencils, just try to use a number 2 pencil. And when you shade at an angle. Don't shade from like an up and down on the pencil, from an up and down angle. Shade from the side, and then that'll give you more control of how dark or light you shade, and then that will help you, because it's really hard to take away really hard dark marks if you mark too hard. So if you tilt your pencil to the side a little bit and give a little bit lighter shade to it, it's going to help you control the dark marks or accidentals that you put on your paper, and then you'll be able to erase them and cover them up a little bit easier. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it, and I hope your picture turned out better than you thought it would turn out, because really these techniques, they're really easy. They might just take a little time to perfect or get like you want. So if you liked it, please like and subscribe and pass it along to anyone you think might enjoy this video. Don't take your art too seriously. Just keep on going, keep practicing. There's always something new to learn and something to make better. So we'll see you next time. Peace.